You know what I don't have? I don't have $49,000 to spend on a brand new vehicle. I don't have $700 a month I want to send over to a bank every single month. And I don't even have $25,000 to spend on one used vehicle. And that's what most people actually do. And that's why my family and we actually bought 3 vehicles for the price of $25,000. Now you might say, Tommy, I know how to count, and I count 1 and I count 2. Where's the third one? Well, that one is a secret one that I'm actually gonna show you guys by the end of the video, because that vehicle actually makes me money in a lot of ways. So stay tuned for that. Now, the very first vehicle, guys, that I actually wanna show you is our Honda Pilot. This is our old reliable vehicle. Now, none of these vehicles come with some massive problems, some massive defects. They're not reliable. No, I have a family, so I care about safety. I care about reliability because I don't want any major issues. And this vehicle right here, there's a couple of things I love about it, which I'm gonna show you guys in a second. But one thing I can tell you right now is that this is not my dream car. I've never thought about owning a Honda Pilot. I never cared about this vehicle whatsoever, but it's the car my family and I can afford to pay for in cash. And this car cost us $7,000. So let me show you guys around the inside so you see some of my favorite features with this car. Check this out, guys, okay? This is the vehicle. This is actually the 2014 Touring Edition. So although I only paid $7,000, when this car actually came out, it cost way over $50,000. I'm happy I didn't pay that much for it, okay? And one thing I love about Honda, guys, is number one, whenever you get inside of the car and you put the key in the ignition, you know for sure it's going to turn on. Always. It always turns on. And that's exactly what I love about this car. On top of that, the seats are leather, but they're also heated seats, which is awesome. And back here, check this out, the tailgate. It opens automatically, so I don't have to worry about, doing all this manual labor. But that's not even my favorite part, okay? Because this vehicle has something else, which is very important, okay? Right here, guys, this is going to be a 3-row seater, which means as our family grows, we can also grow in this vehicle. Is it a minivan? It's not. I think when vehicles like this say 3-seaters, it's like 3 seaters for nobody because no one can put their legs back there. But we do have back here a movie playing DVD stuff. So if my family and I want, we can actually watch movies right here. And it actually works. And you can actually use headphones and put them on so while you're on the trip, you can have the kids listening to a movie, which is pretty cool, guys, okay? Now, all I can tell you about this vehicle is it's not my dream vehicle, it's not my favorite vehicle, but it's the perfect vehicle for our family because it is reliable. And I know every time I press turn on this, it's going to turn on. Now, you might be wondering, Tommy, how do you find these types of vehicles where you're not afraid of buying a lemon? A lemon basically means you're buying garbage. Somebody's just trying to get rid of a car and you get it, okay? When you're buying a vehicle, look at the owner and then look at the car. Because when you look at an owner, if the reason is we just want to upgrade, we want something better, we want this, that's what you want to hear. If the person is an old person and they're like, I got my oil changed, I have my records, I do all my maintenance stuff, that's what you want to hear. You don't want to hear about some person that's like, I just don't want it, Don't got no real reason. And they say basically, yeah, I've done this modification, that modification, because people tinker and they usually ruin things, okay? And that's not what you want. But the second vehicle, guys, is going to be my first ever pickup truck. You got to see the front of it, okay? I'm not going to show you just the side. Now, this right here, and by the way, when we bought that vehicle, that Honda back here, let me go right back here. This Honda right now has about 189,000 miles. So it averages about like 14 to 15,000 miles a year. It is reliable. It can keep running for a very long time. And even if the engine crashes and I have to spend $7,000 on the vehicle to get it back up and running, which I probably won't, right? You can't find an SUV of this caliber for that price. So it's fine. But now we can show you guys the front of this vehicle. This is our first ever pickup truck and my first Ford, first pickup truck, first diesel. It's the first of everything, okay? I feel like a baby here, okay? Now, this truck is going to be a 2004 Ford 250 Lariat. If you notice something about my vehicles, they're not the standard trim. They're usually the upper class Shalom because I like those quality of life things that come with vehicles like this, okay? Now, one of my favorite things about this car is going to be all the money the past owner spent to make it reliable so I don't have to spend that money, okay? So check this out, guys, okay? And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn it on so you guys know it turns on, okay? Because one thing is, oh, Tommy bought a vehicle, but he didn't say that the vehicle doesn't even turn on, doesn't even work. Check this out. The vehicle turns on, it works, it's on, okay? So you don't gotta worry about that. But here's what I do like about it. Let me show you guys the front of it over here. And just in a second, I'm gonna show you guys the interior. So don't worry about that, okay? But over here, whenever I'm buying a car, guys, I do so much research that I basically turn into like a dealership, like a salesman. So I know that the 2004 6.0 Power Stroke model is not the most reliable engine unless you get it bulletproof and unless you make adjustments with the radiator and a whole bunch of other things here. So I know for sure that the past owner spent a ton of money making this engine bulletproof. I got the deal, okay? So I know this is going to be a reliable vehicle. On top of that, I also got me a new full aluminum radiator, so I know it's going to be running even better than it should be. And I'm not buying this vehicle so I can go turn it into a hot ride and just hammer it down. No, I'm buying this because our family needs a pickup truck, and most likely we might be keeping this vehicle and selling the Honda. So that's even better. Now, how much did this pickup truck cost me? Haven't forgot about that. It cost us about $8,200. My dream pickup truck is a Ford 150. What is it called again? Raptor. Yes. It's a house. It's over $70,000. I'm not doing that. That's just ridiculous, okay? It's just a vehicle. So let me show you guys what I really love about this vehicle. Again, this is the 2004 model. It is 22 years old. And the leather on this vehicle, look at this, guys, okay? The leather is still in great condition because the guy took care of it. The plastic is all in good condition because this stuff was kept in a garage. And that's what you want to do when you're buying a vehicle. You want to buy it from someone who took care of it like a baby and just wants to get rid of it because they want something newer or because the wife doesn't want the vehicle anymore. That happens a lot, okay? And this does have, guess what? Heated seats. I was very surprised to find that out. It doesn't have a backup camera, but those are all things you can install for $500, $200, $100. Rather do that than spend over $70,000 on a brand new truck. That sounds pretty stupid to me, honestly. And here, you also have all this extra space and the leg room. I really do like this. Is this my dream truck? The answer is, of course it isn't. Is it going to be reliable? The answer is yes. And that's what people need to be looking for. Now, here's a valuable lesson that I've learned when I'm looking for a used vehicle. Just like everybody else, I've heard people say, you don't want to buy used because you don't know what the last owner did to it. If they abused it and you don't know if you're inheriting somebody's problem. The answer is, don't worry about that. The most reliable vehicle, guys, are going to be used vehicles. You want to know why? Because whenever you buy a brand new vehicle off the dealership lot, there's not enough history on it. You don't know how the engine performs, if there's any manufacturer problems. But when you're buying used, you already know all the problems because everyone knows everything that goes on with the vehicle because it's so old. So that's exactly what you want. And if you don't feel comfortable with it, the answer is All you have to do, take it to a mechanic, get a 3-point inspection, like $150, $200, and that way you know exactly what you're getting into. Old does not mean bad. Vehicle works, turns on, and is gonna be reliable for our family for a very long time. Now, it's time. Are you ready? This is our third vehicle. Don't show it, just follow me side by side. This vehicle, guys, cost us $10,000. It is the most, and by the way, the Ford, I keep forgetting a whole bunch of details. The Ford over here has 195,000 miles. So it's still pretty good. That averages about 8,000 miles a year. Not that much. It was a garage kept vehicle. But this vehicle, guys, okay, cost us $10,000. I've never owned a vehicle like this before. Never spent this much money on a vehicle at all. So, and by the way, if you can see over here, our goat just got into our car. So let me go fix that real quick. Get out! Oh no, no. All right, I'm sorry. Okay, just get out, please. Please, just get out. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. There you go. There you go. Okay. There's always like an animal problem usually going on when we're making these videos. She's so nice. All right. Okay. So enough suspense. It's time to show you guys this vehicle. This vehicle is going to make our family money. It's going to save us money. And it's something that's more of an investment. And here it is, guys. We have a tractor. This is the first time I've ever owned a tractor. I've never thought about owning a tractor, but with this thing, you might be saying, Tommy, why the heck did you buy this tractor? The answer is, well, it can build us roads, carry very heavy things, help build gardens, help move logs, and also help maintain this property with all this grass and stuff that grows here. So it is the perfect material or product or asset for this homestead. Now you might be asking, Tommy, is this really an investment? The answer is, it is. And this is the oldest vehicle we have here, honestly, guys, okay? This is a 2001 John Deere tractor. It's my first one ever. And just so you guys can see, guys, okay? All these vehicles turned on, all these vehicles work. Because a lot of people, whenever they buy something, they're like, it probably doesn't work. There's probably a problem with it. Did you see it turn on? The answer is, you're gonna see it turn on right now the minute I get this key in here. All right? Wrong way. And we have, the tractor is on. Does it move? Let's see. Oh, oh. Oh. Oh, oh. We have action. And woo! All right, that's as far as I'm gonna go. So just so you guys can see, oh. All right. There you go. So just so you guys can see, tractor works. It is on. It is running. And this is going to be the source of a lot of our production. Now you might be saying, Tommy, you're so cheap. You know, why do you buy this tractor and not a brand new tractor? The answer is because I don't want to spend $40,000 on a tractor. It makes no sense. This one works just fine. And the best thing about it is it doesn't just work just fine, but this tractor actually has a diesel engine before you had all that DEF stuff. So this is a lot more reliable than any other tractor out there. Now, here's the crazy thing about this video. I'm not cheap. I'm also smart. You guys know this. I hope you guys know this, okay? I think so. And the big thing is, you might see $25,000 in vehicles and think, this is not an asset. It's not an investment. You're going to lose money. The answer is, vehicles usually lose a lot of money. But when you buy vehicles like these, They don't lose that much money because all of the depreciation has already been done. Somebody else already paid for it. This $10,000 tractor, when it comes time for me to sell it, I'm gonna be able to sell it for about $10,000 because they don't really lose that much value. Somebody else already took the hit on it. I actually gotta get the barrel down. There you go. You wanna always put this down because don't want the tractor doing much work when it's not supposed to be doing work. And this tractor came with this thing here, a bucket. It came with a pick for picking up bale and also a arena. And then I bought a brush hog for it, which costs around $1,600. And you might think that's a lot of money, but if I sell just the instruments that I don't need, I get all my money back because I got a good deal. So I guess one big thing is, when you're looking for something, don't be afraid of buying old stuff. Old doesn't mean bad. You love your mama, right? And she's old. So old isn't always bad, all right? And then over here, guys, when you see our Honda, you see our Ford, all of these vehicles, they're not gonna depreciate that much. They've done all the depreciation. Somebody else took the hit on that. So I think that's my goal for this video, is to tell you the perfect vehicle for you and your family, for you to feel safe, is not a 2026 model or the latest year model. That's what the people in the dealership making commissions and money from you, that's what they want you to believe. But it's not true. Buy a vehicle that you and your family can afford to pay for in cash. That way, you can spend that $700 on something else. Paying off your house, buying some turkey, buying some chickens. I don't know what you want to do with your money. It's none of my business, okay? But that's the idea. Comment down below which one of these which one of these vehicles is your favorite one.